Welcome to episode 1 of the Christmas Potato Grow Along, where we're all going to come together to impress our friends, family and enemies with homegrown spuds this Christmas. Now I highly suggest growing these in tubs rather than in the ground, because it just means that when the frost comes we can better protect them, we can move them around easier, and there's going to be no stragglers when it comes to harvesting. And it also means that if you've only got a small space, a tiny yard, a balcony or a doorstep, then you too can grow your own potatoes. Now once we've got our holy bucket, you're going to need some seed potatoes. For your potatoes, there's two options. We can do things properly by sourcing some second early seed potatoes like Charlotte, Maris, Pia or Nicola. If you're lucky, your local garden centre might be marketing savvy and have some of these available to buy. If not, you'll have to look online. Postage for these can be a little expensive, so if you'd rather risk it for a biscuit, you can just use supermarket potatoes instead. Second earlies like these will generally take 10 to 12 weeks to grow. They'll also need 1 to 2 weeks for the skins to toughen up before we can roast them and eat them. Roasties are where it's at Christmas time. If you're watching this in early to mid-August, then you've still got time to chit. And it just means that we let our seed potatoes sprout before planting them to give them a head start. Just pop them in an egg box or some other sturdy-ish container with the eyes facing up. The eyes are these like knobbly bits. Leave them somewhere cool and bright for them to chit for up to 2 weeks. A sunny windowsill works really well. But if you're watching this and it's after the first week in September, you've run out of time. We skipped the chitting and you just need to get them planted at this point, because they need as close to 12 weeks as possible for growing, plus curing time before Christmas, so you better get a wiggle on. Finish chitting no later than the last week in August and get your spuds planted by the end of the first week in September. Anything later and you run the risk of embarrassment of tiny spuds. But don't worry, I've got a t-shirt for that.